Everybody doing today? I am going to be going over River. This is the Pro Tools session, as you can see. This is the first of my behind the scenes series of videos, I guess you could call it. But we're going to be walking through this song, all the ins and outs from top to bottom. So let's do exactly that. We're going to start at the top here. What we have is the drums tracks, and we're going to go here first. So first thing to note, these are all samples. None of these are actual drums. I did record drums with these, but they sounded terrible, and so we're not going to listen to them. I mean, we can if you need to. Let's see if I can find it. Nope, don't even have it. So, but when we zoom in here, you can see that these are samples. You have the hi-hat, open hat, natural, textbook snare. This was a source of contention for me because I couldn't find a snare that I really liked, but I used the one that's called textbook, which is pretty fantastic. Sounds pretty awesome. Just a very clean sounding. Let's mute all these things. As you can hear, just very clean. Once again, these are all samples. So Pro Tools isn't that great for doing drum samples or making beats. You have to just literally take this file and copy and paste it and bring it wherever you want it to go. But it's frustrating. But once you get a pattern, you can sort of shift, get the whole thing, this section and this section. I can take that whole thing and take all of those, and take it and move it around if I wanted. But anyway, that's enough for the drums. Next thing that we'll look at is the bass. So what I did with bass was I just recorded clean into a DI, and with my water bass. I don't know if you've seen it on social media or whatever, but good looking bass, sounds pretty good too. I had to find a tone that was satisfying to me, but it's very simple. And it's basically that for the whole first verse. It's just the kick and the bass doing that boom, boom, boom pattern. And when we throw the vocals in here, you can hear it.
It's gone. And oh, I want to come near and give you.
So that's basically it. My favorite part on the bass comes around here. We do a little cut here, which I guess I could have talked about on the down the Jordan part, but let's listen to the drums and the bass right here before the down the Jordan. Pretty fun little cut there. This is the bass walk down. I'll put the organ in, you can hear it. I did a wrong bass note here, actually. Little fun trivia. I played the 3, so we're in B flat. So I played a D instead of what I should have played, which I'm not sure. Let's listen again. So I'll call the numbers out this time. So 1, flat 7, 6, sharp 5, 5, 3, 1. See, I did a 3, 1, but I think it should have been a 4, 1. So E flat, B flat, and then 7, 1, 2. Flat 7, 6, sharp 5. That's what it should have been, but that's all right. It's not too bad. And then a little flutter on 4 over here. Listen to it with the organ. Yeah. So that was fun. And then I like the bass is cool coming in on the bridge. Yeah. That's it for the bass. On to the next thing. The key. Oh, these are the guitars. Okay, cool. So we'll talk about the guitars here. Let me just do this. So, first guitar comes in the quiet part of the bridge, low bridge, as I called it here in the thing. But let's listen to it. So what that is it's a guitar, and I played it, or I recorded it at half speed, so that when it's played back at normal speed, it's an octave higher, and it has this, so it almost sounds like some kind of bowed instrument, an instrument that you play with a bow, especially when you use like volume swells and lots of bends. I used a lot of bends on that, and you can hear at the tail end of this, the tremolo just kind of sustains. It's barely audible, but listen to it. Yeah. So when everything's in, you don't really hear that, but anyway, and another neat thing is we'll switch over here to the mix view. So we're looking at this track right here. This guy. Audio 10.01. Watch this. It'll go from right to left, the panning knob. So if you're listening in headphones, you hear it switch from ear to ear. And it transitions sort of over. And then in comes this. The wah. And at this point we're slightly right. Slightly to the right. Boom. Enter the other guitar. So this is now audio 14, and this is a little bit left. So we have some stereo imaging here. So it sounds like it's two different people. You don't want everything directly in front of you. As if we're talking about stereo imaging, you want the lead vocals to be definitely in front, and the main instruments, so like my Leslie, I have a left and a right from the organ. They're basically centered, or at least they're both equally apart. But this is a little bit to the right, and that's just what I do here is, whoops. That's me just gliding from high note to a low note on the neck of the guitar with a wah pedal, and it sounds pretty sweet. So we'll listen without the organ to this guitar part.
Wanna know, whoa, whoa, whoa. I wanna go, whoa. I wanna know, whoa.
So that's the guitars. Pretty sweet. Had fun doing that. Next, the organ. All right, so we have a lot to cover here. First thing I want to note is that this is where it begins. Whoops, it's muted. But as you can see, there's more to it. So let's listen to from about here. I'm turning the organ on at some point, and then I actually start playing. So if you've heard the song, you know what the organ's like, but I wanted to note that, and also there's an outro that I did not include. Reason being is that I needed the song to be less than 5 minutes because licensing was a little bit cheaper for a song that's less than 5 minutes. But let's listen to it with this tail end outro. So from, let's say right here, the final chorus.
The river, I wanna go. Just take me to your river, I wanna go. Just take me to your river, I wanna go.
So I like it, but again, I'll probably make a patron-only version and put that out. But other than that, the only thing I want to note here is it was fun playing this. This is not the only organ take. I originally wanted to record, as you can see here, I have several other takes. But this is the last one I did, and it's frustrating because it's the only one I didn't actually get video footage of. But I said, oh, why not? I'll just record one more take, and I did, and it ended up being the most subdued and clean version. I have others takes that I have moments that I like it more, and it's a little more, gets a little more build and stuff like that. But ultimately, it was either too busy and clashing with the vocals, or the timing was off too much for me to have to correct it. A problem with recording organ is that it's not just like it's not as syncopated of an instrument, or at least that's not how I play it, which is my problem. But if you want to edit something, if there's a tremolo on it, and even without tremolo, it's obvious. You can't just delete something because it'll pick up somewhere else in a note, somewhere else in the dynamic, or somewhere else in the tremolo, and it'll be obvious to somebody listening. So I had to get a very clean take, and that was the one I ended up using. Originally, I wanted to record the organ and the vocals, the lead vocals, at the same time, which would have been cool, but if you make a mistake on one, you're locked in. So if I don't hit the word right, or if I don't play the note right, it's going to get picked up in whatever the other thing is, which is unfortunate. But I had fun recording this, and it was fun. All right, on to the lead vocal. So first thing you're going to notice is that these are not all the same color. That's because they're not all the same take. It's called making a comp, or comping. A composite, I think it is. But basically, you take a ton of different takes. So we'll look at all the playlists here. So these are all the vocal takes I had. This first one right here is actually when I recorded it with organ. So let's solo this out and listen. Gotta mute everything else. At some point I start singing. Oh, I'm sorry, this is Leslie left. So I had recorded it with, anyway, I had one mic on the Leslie, one mic on my vocals. But the thing that I didn't anticipate is that I wouldn't like this line. So you can see that these three aren't really used anywhere, these three colors, except right here. You see orange and green and red and yellow, but you don't see any of these purple or pinks except right there. That's because, like I said, it was locked in to the organ track. But if I solo just this section, you can hear actually the organ in the background because I liked the note that I hit there and I didn't like the other takes. So let's take a listen.
My heart's been far from you.
So you hear the organ, so let's listen without the.
Been traveling these wide roads for so long. My heart's been far from you. 10,000.
See, that has organ, but when you add the organ in, you can't hear it.
Been traveling these wide roads for so long. My heart's been far from you.
Just kind of sounds a little bit fuller. And when you have the bass and the drums on top of that.
Been traveling these my heart's been far from you.
So you don't really notice it. But another issue is that I had two different microphones. I bought one, I don't remember when, but I recorded some vocals, and then like these last 2 or 3 takes are with a totally different microphone that was warmer and a little bit darker. And so I had to like adjust some volume and stuff like that to make it sound the same. But I mean, that's basically it for the lead vocals. Had a lot of fun. Recorded all of the vocals, the lead vocals and the background vocals in my closet facing my suits and stuff like that. So, I mean, listen, no scatter, or lots of scattering, lots of absorption. It works if it works, you know. If it works, it works. On to the BGVs, which were also recorded in the closet. These took me forever. I couldn't come up with parts that I was satisfied with for a long time, and I couldn't get a good take even when I had the part. So, but they turned out all right. They, in many ways, are my favorite part of this whole song. So let's start here at the chorus. We'll listen with just the vocals, no drums, or maybe just drums, but no keys.
Surrender to the good Lord, and He'll wipe your slate clean. Take me to your river. I wanna go.
Those are probably, I don't know. I like all the BGVs, but these ones are some of my favorite. Just the warmness of it and the the way it just comes together. So that is actually just 3 parts. If you look at these waveforms here, you can see that they're pretty strikingly similar, and that's because they are the same part. So I did this, let's say, let me ungroup these bad boys. So this guy, and this guy are like the 3 parts. And what you can do, it's called stereo widening. So I'll take this, right, and I'll move it down to this track. And what you do is move it, nudge it just the tiniest bit behind or ahead. So let's say, let me undo that. So what I did is I took this, moved it down, and then you nudge it just a tad to the right. Not quite that much, it's a little drastic, but let's say I'm zoomed in, right? I'll take this and I'll go. Okay, come on now. Why is this not working? I'll take this. Oh, I know why. Because I'm hitting the wrong buttons. Come on now. So I'll go like this. See that? Move it just a teeny over. Like that. And I'll move it ahead or behind or whatever. So that, and then you put one in the left ear and one in the right ear, and it gives you this really cool chorus-like effect, and it makes it sound bigger than it is. So then let's listen to this.
Whoa. just take me to your river. I wanna go.
So that's
Oh,
chorus 1. I had fun with verse 2. Let's listen to this. This is a cool trick.
dip me in your smooth waters. I go in as a man with
Once again, just 2 parts with the stereo widening.
hair, as my sins float down the Jordan. And
All right, we gotta single this bad boy out. So like I said, these are the 2 parts, and I did the stereo widening stuff. This was fun. As you can see, I did some pitch. So let's listen to these, just the BGVs.
down the Jordan.
So you hear that nasally high-pitched one. I took these 2 parts and pitched them up an octave and mixed it down so you don't really hear it until you solo them out. You kind of hear it with everything in, but it's not nearly as obvious.
Down the Jordan.
And then this tail end, a little walk down with the vocal. Listen.
Down the Jordan.
So I panned it from right to left. Let's look at that in the mix view. So we're right here. These 4 guys.
Down the Jordan.
See that? It went do all the way from right to left ear. So if you're listening in headphones, it's more obvious, but really cool little trick there. Then we go into chorus 2, sorry.
My lips are unclean, so take me to your river. I wanna go.
Let's listen just the BGs. So an important thing to note that I was learning through doing these BGVs is you don't want to have the same timbre with your voice, because otherwise they would just sound like 7 or however many this is, 8, 9 of me, you know? So I did some in falsetto, I did some low, and I really opened up my mouth and my throat and gave a belly note, I guess, and then I did some in my normal, comfortable range. And I don't know, you just don't want it to all sound like it's you, because then it gets complicated between, okay, who's the lead vocals here, who's the background vocals. So when you hear it all together, you can sort of tell it's me, but it also sounds like it could be somebody else.
Lips are unclean, so take me to your river. I wanna go.
And then the last little bit here.
Go, just take me to your river. I wanna go.
As you heard, the lead was actually a little flat there, but whatever, right? This is, I didn't know what to do here. There was so much space here. I wanted to fill it with something. I ended up coming up with that guitar part at the end to help fill the space here. But the BGVs are, I think, the weakest here on the bridge.
I wanna go, wanna go, wanna go.
And that's just one note an octave apart until right here there's another part that comes in.
I wanna know, wanna know, wanna know. I wanna go, wanna go, wanna go.
I just open up a little bit more right there with my voice.
I wanna know, wanna know, wanna know. I wanna go, wanna go, wanna go.
And we'll just listen to it from here.
I wanna know, wanna know, wanna know. Whoa. I wanna go, wanna go, wanna go. Whoa. I wanna know, wanna know, wanna know. Whoa. I wanna go, wanna go, wanna go. Whoa.
listen to this section one more time with no organ.
I wanna know, wanna know, wanna know. Whoa. I wanna go, wanna go, wanna go. Whoa. I wanna know, wanna know, wanna know. Whoa. Oh, just take me to your river. I wanna go. Just take me to your river. I wanna go.
Anyway, you guys have heard it. So that's that. River. And yeah. So hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you guys soon. News on the way regarding my next production. And you guys will be the first to know about it and the first to get it. Thank you for everything that you guys do. I love you tons and tons. And until next time. All right. Peace out.